Welcome back to my channel, everybody. In today's episode of Mindful Moments, I wanted to share about this thought I had, or this reflection I had about doing creative work, because just recently I was put in a situation due to external factors which made me become a little bit sad and also a little bit a hint of like anger as well. And it wasn't ideal for me to, or at least to me, it didn't seem like it was an ideal emotional state to be in to create that creative work that I wanted to do. And after reflecting on it, I realized that actually it helped me to interestingly bring out a different kind of creative work that I wanted to express as my own project and not for clients. So that's why I had this reflection where, like, if this is my own project that I wanted to do and I just want to express myself freely, this could actually be a therapeutic process for myself where it's actually something I'm creating that space for myself to just let go and just create whatever I want in whatever emotional state that I'm in. Because if you think about it, there are also artists, music artists, that have created, for example, their own songs out of feelings that they had, or maybe through breakups. And turns out that some of those songs may be hits. And that made me realize when I create my own work, that could be something for me to express myself, and it could eventually, maybe, be something that turns out to be great and work that I resonate with. Because then when I look back at those creative work that I've done in different emotional states, it describes in a way who I am. And by doing that, I'm also not limiting myself to exploring only the creative work while I'm in maybe a happy state or a state where like I'm comfortable with just working with whatever I want to. Because at the end of the day, I feel that all these limitations that I've set for myself, especially, is something that comes from within. However, if I just lift those limitations up and just give it a go, once I start doing it, I can get into the flow of it. And then it turns out to be something that I can resonate with when I do that creative work or creative thinking and start doing it. I think that initial block that stopped me before is that mentality of, if I were to create something while I'm in an angry state, for example, will that just mean that, oh, well, will the work be actually good because I'm just, for example, ranting off through my expressions? But then as I start that process, maybe at the initial part of it, I'm ranting, but later part of it, once I've finished ranting through my expressions of creativity, I look back, and then once I start to polish it up, it starts to crystallize into something that to me feels artistic and eventually feel proud of what it has become and evolved into. So just like doing these daily vlogs and doing these mindful sharings, it feels as though like there's so many different kind of areas where I can see myself in terms of like situations where I can translate this kind of patterns or processes into something that not only creates something but also indirectly helps me by releasing all these negative emotions as well. And as I think about it more as well, as different emotional states drive a different kind of creativity within me, it also allows me to be fully present. Because if I think about it, being in an emotional state of anger and then trying to calm myself through breath helps me to level it out and become even more present with myself. And being in that state allows me to be present with my work as well, which allows me to transit into that state of flow in a more efficient way. So it actually also works as a plus point now that I think of it. If I just shift my perspective, it will allow me to tap into more of that energy to create what I want to do without those limitations. So I hope this little sharing has came in insightful for you today. Maybe you can spark some creativity for yourself, or actually just lift any limitations that you had previously, and hopefully allow yourself to catch yourself whenever you are in different emotional states. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any thoughts about this, and if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.